Hi, there's a new robot war tournament coming up this weekend, and as usual it's hosted by the Omega workshop at the Norwegian University of Science and Technology. This is kind of a feel-good event, and that means that you can gather points in multiple categories. You don't have to have a really powerful weapon and be able to blast your opponent out of the arena in order to win this thing. During the last event, I suspect that the judges actually gave out style points. The same rules apply that they have used before. You can have a maximum of 2 kilograms of robot, and in addition to this you can have 2 kilograms of batteries. I've noticed that robot designs in these tournaments tend to converge towards spinner and drum type designs, and these types have significant kinetic energy storage and they tend to obliterate everything that comes into contact with them, which can be a bit intimidating for newcomers without big budgets and access to a good workshop. So it's fun to watch the carnage, but it will get boring over time if the majority of robots end up using the same weapon configuration. So this season I have a new design. Actually I have 2 new designs, and one of them failed miserably. It's kind of hard to cough up new ideas for robot weaponry these days, so I thought I'd make something completely different and maybe a bit silly. So I came up with this design for a weapon. And this is a candy floss cannon. It almost works. It produces candy floss, but it has a few issues that need to be ironed out before it's ready for prime time. There is a tendency towards vibration, and I might have gotten a bit overexcited when I did the calculations for temperature on the Nicron wire. So it actually melts itself. So I had to come up with a new idea. My final weapon design may be interpreted as slightly passive-aggressive. It has an even sillier weapon system than the failed candy floss cannon, but it has range and also the potential for jamming up spinner and drum type robots without using a net. Other people tend to build these things out of steel or aluminium, but I noticed that 1 to 2 millimeter thick carbon fiber shell was almost impenetrable for even really powerful spinner type weapons in this weight class. And if you can get away with using composites, it will of course free up even more of the weight budget. And also using a lighter weapon system allows me to drop in significantly bigger motors than I've used before. And this year I've dropped in 2 550 sized motors with planetary gearboxes. And these have a lot of torque. And a friend of mine also donated a couple of really sticky tires that will give the robot excellent traction. And to increase the traction even more, I dropped in 2 magnets that can hold approximately 30 kilos each, and that will give me 60 kilos of magnetic downforce. And now you probably wonder, what kind of ammo am I going to use in this new weapon system? Well, I'm going to use